Hey people, into tier 53 faction war. This is Argus Desert Gate and Chaos Space Marines versus Space Marines for the Blue Chaos team. It's two Chaos Lords. First up is oLev. This is the Black Legion elite scheme, I believe. Yes, it is. And Raven rocking the Word Bearers DLC. These guys are durable and destructive heroes that walk through objects and cannot be suppressed, with powerful offense and disruption fighting in melee. Alongside Pookie with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, the Thousand Suns elite scheme. Red Space Marines. Mr. AFK is a force commander, very good offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. This custom all-white scheme, I think. Alongside LAMBANATOR, rocking the Ultramarines DLC with an Apothecary, support hero, fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura rather than off the teams. MammothMKII with more Ultramarines. This is also the, yes, it is the DLC also. This is a ranged hero by default, puts out some good damage, causes support with structures and repair, shooting up a Chaos Lord at the moment who's killed a scout. There he goes. He's already happy, got a little chunk of XP for that. Meanwhile, east side, more players are joining the fray. Apothecary surrounded with heretics. That was a bad Doom Blast. Way too early. Shouldn't have Doom Blasted anyway, I don't think. He's also going to leave, was he? Chaos Space Marines already with Eternal War up for Pookie. Doom Bolts doesn't do a lot to units in heavy cover usually, so should have maybe gone for these fellas. 468 to 499. Heretics breaking ranks to get in there. Another Doom Bolts flying in. Again against a squad that was in heavy cover though. Double Zintian worship infiltrating all of Pookie's stuff. Although these guys will be revealed when they fire like that. Here come more heretics from oLev. Ouch. Big old powerful sweep from the Bionics upgrade. Almost wiped out the heretics, and they do get wiped out by bolt of fire afterwards. The third Doom Bolts on that little blob there. Got rid of those, but they didn't take a model though. Stop spamming, says Mammoth. 445 to 499 on the VPs, 2-1 very early on for the Space Marine team. This is Mr. AFK, who's pushed all the way through and decapped the power on the west side. Chaos Lord is Raven, not going to be happy. Harness of Rage is up already. Perhaps we'll see the Dark Halo then. Can they get a model off these Tactical Marines? Smack. Maybe if they smack the same model, no, they've gone off another one now. Don't think they're going to get it done. Might get lucky. Mr. AFK has got some Assault Marines on the way. LAMBANATOR with double tax, and Raptors hitting the field for oLev. Here they are. Jump squad that suppress. We have more Eternal Wars going on. For oLev maybe? Nope. Spent the power on those Raptors, I guess. There's killed a weak just on the Apothecary, who's gone for the Sanguine Chainsaw, wants to mix it up. And then immediately dies when I say that. It does make him a little bit better at brawling in tier 1. Falls off a bit in tier 2, maybe in a 3v3, but can do a lot of good work with it early. That was a good grenade. Almost wiped those Chaos Space Marines down to 9 models. Unlucky for Mammoth. LAMBANATOR's got double tax here. I'm going to get mixed up with these guys because they have the same color scheme. Raptors getting a really good suppression of 3 units, and here comes the Chaos Lord. Chases off one of the attacks, chases off the scouts. There's a Doom Bolts on the attacks out of cover. So much, how much more damage that did. That wasn't even a full Doom Bolts either. You need over, I think it's over 60 energy to fire the full Doom Bolts. Raptors need to be careful here. Could get double Kraken Bolts on them and Techmarine firing what looks like. They've got rid of one of them, they still might drop a model, and in fact they do. Kraken Bolt attacks are painful in tier 1 against heavy infantry. Got some aspiring champion heretics, just smacked a barrel there, briefly. Because why not? Heretics might push through for the VP. Nope, they're going to try and mop up the center points there. Chaos Lord with the Dark Halo up, powered by the Harness of Rage, giving energy on hit. Actually gives energy in a radius, so it does synergize well with Raptors and Bloodletters and stuff that use energy. A lot for their jumps and their abilities. Noise Marines here for Pookie, doing some good work. Couldn't stop that grenade coming in though. That Sonic Blaster will shut down ranged attacks. And that icon appears above stuff. It does need to be shooting at it for a few seconds, I think. Jumped by Assault Marines though. Doom Bolts misses. Now tying up the Techmarine, and Heretics are not attacking the Assault Squad. Not sure what they're up to. 3, 8, 5 to 4, 6, 8. More Kraken Bolts onto the Raptors. It will affect melee attacks as well, but Raptors should have tied them up maybe. Heretics flee. Raptors have jumped them. They're going for the garrison. Can they get a model before they get in? Oh, that's pretty close. Pretty close to getting a model there. It can be so frustrating fighting Space Marines where you pour so much damage, pour so much work, abilities, everything in, and he can't quite get a model off him. See, not doing that economic damage. 3, 8, 5 to 4, 2, 9, double cap for Chaos now, and they are holding the east side. In the mid, double CSM on Raven, getting rid of the Force Commander, Chaos Lord, on his way to level 2. Oh, white. It's not white. It's pink. Yeah. Pinkish. Very light pink. I'm bad with colours. 385 to 397 now. And they are going to retain the 2-1 as the red team go to tier 2. Can they come out swinging? The cheeky little grenade on the Chaos Lord, wasn't it? Can they come out swinging in tier 2 with Dreadnoughts or something? I don't know if they've already queued something up. They don't quite have the power to come out with Dreadnought immediately. Decent Doom Bolt target there. Chaos Lord doing some really good work to push them all the way back. They can bash power, they can decap the wreck point. CSM taking up the heavy cover, so good place from Pookie. LAMBANATOR with Razorback on the way. That should help. They're not going to have any anti-vehicle at this point. Triple cap now for the blue Chaos team. And they're on the power with Noise Marines too. Pretty bad. Complete lack of shotgun scouts, I notice. I mean, the sheer DPS is threatening the Raptors, but there hasn't been any melee counters. I suppose there's been the Bionics there as a threat. I've only seen it used once, seems to have been used more though. Sniper scouts on the field for LAMBANATOR. Heretics is pushing on through. Heretics are a good tool to use when facing snipers because you're not doing much economic damage when you take a heretic out and they can kind of just rush them down in melee. And there's a lot of them. No way they're going to get 8 shots off while you're running in. Plasma cannon on the way for Mammoth. And a whirlwind for Mr. AFK. Any war gear for that fella? Yep, we've got Artificer. Here is the Razorback, by the way. Twin Linked Heavy Bolter on the back also allows it to reinforce and transport infantry around. And they do get rid of the Chaos guys completely as well, so they can sweep through, maybe even get a power bash of their own. Certainly get the VP back. Mr. AFK's very slightly pink Assault Marines grabbing the VP there. It looked so white to me at the start. Chaos Lord's Lightning Claws are in. Attack faster to power the Harness of Rage and the Dark Halo. And a melee Techmarine, awesome. Axe of the Mechanicum. Bionics also increases his melee damage, and he's got the refractor field up. Unique amongst shields in that it gives a accuracy debuff to anything shooting at him. He needs to finish that cap though, buddy. But doesn't prevent knockback as a trade-off. Can he get a full power bash? Chaos team overstayed their welcome, just overextended there for a little bit too long. It's a delicate art being able to push a team back like that, bash their power, and get out unscathed, defend your own stuff. Plague Marines on the field for oLev. Blood Crusher on the way for Pookie. Plasma Cannon's trying to set up. Raptors jumping in though, getting a really good suppression. And more Raptors jumping in. The double Raptors of oLev. And often you get to see double Raptors. Ouch. Plasma Cannon gets a very good first shot. Here's the circle of summoning from Pookie. Good place to put it. Plague Marine's getting some shots in as well. Blastmaster Noise Marines are set up as well. Really good breakout by the Chaos fellas. Some bloodletters are falling over, but they're just summoned ones from the circle, I think, yeah. Sent them packing. then they get right back on the VP, maybe even get a power bash immediately, because Plague Marines are there. Missiles are pretty good at bashing power. Chaos Lord can maybe decap the wreck point as well. West side, what's going on? I haven't seen a lot of this. Think the Chaos Lord's gonna go down yet? Power Fist got him. Gets the sync kill as well. Plague Marines are trying to finish off the node. They're being tied up now and have to flee. Indeed, we are seeing the Chaos Lord decap and try to get a full bash. This fella's got the Mantle of Fate. Did the Apothecary get anything else? Purification rights are in. Help against the raptors and stuff. Especially if they both jump the same target. Trying to get shrines going. This Pookie eats a plasma cannon here. Did any of them finish? Not sure. I don't think they can out-repair that. They can't. And there's this, some sneaky scouts. Got some Markov Pawn Chaos Space Marines for Raven and Markov's each, one of each. Very slow power bash now. Oh, we got some Vengeance round Stone Guard, they should help. Meanwhile, on the east side though, Blood Crusher doing its thing. Razorback trying to stay well away from it. Plasma Cannon is still shooting that area. Now it's moving up. Kill the weak and a run from the Chaos Lord. Apothecary went down. More gear for that Sorcerer, yeah, just ate a Plasma Cannon hit. He's getting the Rod of Warpfire. Techmarine, I think, is going to fall. Nope. Might be far enough away now. Plasma Cannon continues to do some work though, eh? Sniper's taking shots. Blood Crusher causing all sorts of issues. No missile launches in play. In fact, do they have any anti-vehicle? They have the Stern Guard, but those are on the other side of the map. Whirlwind could also get a Hunter-Killer missile shot, maybe. 359 to 190. Chaos are looking strong. Mammoth getting some Devastators. Blood Crusher got a chunk of XP as well. West side. Chaos Lord is annoyed, let's say, at going down, but now he's back. And they're bashing node, maybe get a full bash here actually. Should go for a decap. But they're not. They want to destroy stuff. There's that Whirlwind showing its rear armor. Now some support from Mammoth all the way from the other side of the map. CSM need to leave. Merciless Strike. Did they get wiped? No, not quite. One fella gets away. Not sure what the Chaos Lord is trying to do here. So a lot of stuff, buddy. Puts up the Dark Halo. Wants some blood, that's what he's trying to do. Almost has a model off this guy. Throws up the shield again, but then has to retreat. Plague Marines barely making it out. Meanwhile, east side. Oh boy, those plasma cannon devs got destroyed. Techmarine trying to take out heretics, but yeah, the Blood Crusher does so much DPS to him, has to run. Trying to get through the middle now, maybe, is Mammoth. Assault Squad versus Raptors. Raptors do have their aspiring champion and their heavy melee more, but they did have some support here, Assault Marines. Well, I guess the Raptors did too. Marcos CSM are wiped out. Force Commander getting it done. And they're streaming through the west side now. This is Lambanator.
Chaos has the upper hand.
Pookie's poking around though. With a double aspiring champion heretics. Yeah. That Zinchian worship. Drain life and some shots for good measure. Melted bomb Blood Crusher. I think it'll be alright. Oh, maybe not. Force one is there. Flesh over steel. One more hit will do it. Didn't even need it. Stone Guard veterans got it done with their Vengeance rounds. Bolts, a decent hit. Stone Guard switching to their Kraken bolts now for good damage versus enemy heroes and heavy infantry. There's a lot of that around. Assault Squad jump. Double heretics are right there though. Yeah, there's a new blast, but the Whirlwind is messing up that melee for the heretics. Assault Squad still had to get the hell out of there though. If they had a sergeant for a merciless there, that might have been tasty to hit all those heretics. More Whirlwind. It's a pretty effective disruption, but it is vulnerable to melee rushes. Chaos Space Marines getting their aspirant champion back for that Melter Pistol. They're going after the Razor back here. 359 to 107. Looks like Space Marines are going to take the east side back. Chaos pushing through though. This side, getting a power bash going. CSM pushing all the way through, like absolute nutters. Almost going down. Plague Marines are not going to be able to make this happen, I don't think. Oh wow, I didn't think they'd get that missile away. Can they get another one? No, they can't. Techmarine level 6 gets the wreck point. The VP has turned red, but they've got a massive VP deficit to make up here. Tier 3s all around. Mammoth and Raven are already there. Raven has lost one of his CSM, as we saw. There's those Marco Zinch guys. They have a lot of red. You could see Terminator starting to appear. Need 100 power and a bunch of repetition though. 650 rep or something, I think it is. Heretics do get away. So many heretics have died in this fight. What are they there for? Is that Stern Guard capping? That is Stern Guard capping. I don't know if they can get all the way through. Maybe. They got 2 heroes here. I think maybe they're all scouts here already. Grenade. Cheeky grenade. Lovely. Superb hit. Killed 3 of them, or helped to kill 3 of them. And they got the decap. The scouts are awesome. Oh, heretics on retreat path, they leave them. Norse Commander's doing actually pretty damn good with his power fist here. Those heretics are wiped. Now some Mark of Corn CSM. Can the Space Marines turn this down? They've got some momentum here. They really have some momentum here. Chaos kind of got bogged down in tier 2 a bit. They have had some really good pushes, but they've overextended every time they've done it, I think. And Space Marines can really punish you for that, because they start their unstoppable steamroll, start to hit that critical mass in late game. You're not wiping their squads. You're going to feel it later on. Chaos Lord needs to put his shield up, there we go. Doom Blast on the Tactical Marines. Doom Bolt's going in too. Chaos Lord held him up as long as he could. A very brave Apothecary there, seeing him off. They got the VP. Triple cap here for the red team. And they can shore up and stabilise other areas while they do this. And look, they've completely gone through the east side now. Capped everything up. He's decapped everything. Their power is relatively safe. We'll see how well the blue team can break out. Another really good grenade. That was Mammoth that time. Nice merciless, well timed on those heretics coming in. Here we see blood sacrifice to spawn some bloodletters. Blue team are going to get their VP back. Can they push through? Because there's that whirlwind there, of course. Getting some shots in from long range. And here we have Terminators, I guess. Nope. It's a Venerable, maybe. Yes, it is. Awesome. Venerable comes in from MammothMKII. What are you going to do about this, fellas? They do have Plague Marines. And a tank is on the way. This is a unique walker for the Techmarine. 1750 hit points on this guy. And it's the only walker that can charge. Death Dread can go on that little rampage, but this guy can actually do a directive charge to get away. Or just barrel into stuff. I assume it does a bunch of damage. The Blood Crusher charge does. Smack. Those guys are dead. Techmarine is level 7. Doing some work here, keeping those Plague Marines tied up. 180 to 99. Chaos Terminators are on the field now though. No upgrades for them yet. This guy's getting a Reaper autocannons, another thing to threaten a Dreadnought. These guys staying as they are for now. oLev getting some more heretics up. And this is probably Terminators then. Yep. Terminators coming in for LAMBANATOR. Stone bolts and power fists. 40 odd piercing DPS each model, and I think it's an 85 DPS power fist, isn't it? Maybe it's less. It's probably less. Probably like 50 or 60. But it's still a bloody power fist. Dreadnought is on the front line. It does have support though. No sign of the Dark Age of technology, which will give it 300 more hit points. Maybe wait for the fella to level up before you start giving them upgrades then. Mr. AFK with a Land Raider Redeemer on the way. Pookie is subjugating Terminators with the Terminal Subjugation. There they are right there. Now they're back with Lambanator. Venerable Dreadnought is getting stuck in. He's almost level 2, this fella. Tearing through those Terminators, having to teleport out. Big fight here on the east side. Now he's starting to take missile hits though. Vanguard veterans in the back line trying to tie things up. Yeah, Dreadnought needs to start leaving now. He needs to pull back a bit. Looks like he's going after the Chaos Lord actually. Techmarine's exploding on death. Vanguard veterans need to jump away. Oh, they used their merciless. They've got no more energy left. They might go down. There wasn't quite enough melee damage to take him down. Space Marines have swept across the map here. And I think they've done enough, you know. They've got a VP lead, they've got the 2-to-1, they've got Terminators, they've got a Land Raider Redeemer, and Mr. AFK has tons of red. He can get Terminators of his own soon. Or just drop a nuke on something. In fact, he could do both. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for the Space Marines right now. Pookie is down to just Chaos Terminators. Raven doesn't know how it happened. I think they loitered a bit too much in Tier 2. And when they did push, they didn't do it carefully enough, which often happens with like Chaos and Orcs and Tyranids. They've got a lot of this kind of brute force upfront damage, but not so much subtlety. It can be hard for them to withdraw from a fight safely, kind of thing. Double cap now. I think the Space Marines have done it. What a comeback. I thought they were done for. Heroes have been pretty awesome. There's a Malignant Blindness from one of the Chaos Lords. Here comes that Land Raider. Oh, a nuke. Looks like it's made some stuff retreat. Oh, they could have retreated back to the Land Raider, but they didn't. Lightning Claw Terminators are trying to go for the cat, but it's not in time to stop the defeat. Just 99 VPs remaining. Red team got it done. They did really well for the last like 7 or 8 minutes there. Didn't make many mistakes. We have a level 3 Chaos Lord for oLev. Level 5 Sorcerer caught in the nuke there. Level 3 Chaos Lord for Raven. Those claws. Level 7 Force Commander. Very loud sword cannons. Level 4 Apothecary and that level 8 Techmarine who kicked some ass. Some really good grenades from Mammoth as well. I think Mr. AFK got a few good grenades as well. Cool stuff. There you have it, guys. Big thanks to these players for fighting a faction war and sending it in for our amusement. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.